So what you need to do is go and select the top plane. So you can click top view and then select the plane until it goes yellow. Create a sketch, and we are creating a center point circle to make these pistons. So they are 6mm as well, and we just need to extrude that until it's 70mm high. We're then going to accept this, and you've got your part. But first thing, basically what we need to do is actually put a fillet on the bottom of our piston just here. That'll help it actually track on the cams. So to do that, we are just going to click that circle, and you've got the fillet option, and then I'm going to just change it to 3 because that'll give us a nice radius. As you can see, it's nice and it comes to a single point. Once you've got that, we can accept, and I'm just going to go back and rename. So we've got our sketch. I'm just going to right click that, rename. So this piston sketch, and then we've got our piston extrude, and then I'll just leave that fillet, and then right down here we got part 8. We need to name that piston. So once we've created our piston, we need to then create the body parts for our caterpillar. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide the piston. We're going to click on our front view, click front, and then we are going to start sketching a rectangle. Now the material we're going to be using is 32 by 42 radiata pine, but what we can do is actually just go in the cross section. So we want to change this dimension here to 19, and then we're going to change this one up here to 42, and then we're going to extrude it 32. So you've just got basically a rectangle. We are going to then rename this. So we're going to go to the sketch one that was just created. We're going to rename that, and we're going to say body sketch, and rename the extrude. So body extrude, and then the actual part, we need to name that as well, so body. Next, we want to make this a little bit more soft on the shape because we're making a caterpillar. It's going to be a bit rounder. Now we want to create a fillet. So what we need to do is we're going to select the outside lines. So we're going to click all these lines on the outside just here, the short ones. So you should have 4 selected in total. So if you've done what I've just done, I've clicked the dot, I want to deselect that and just make sure I select the line itself. Then I'm coming up the top, clicking fillet, and I'm going to change the fillet to say 4mm. And as you can see, it's rounded off the corners. We're going to accept that, and there we go. So now we've got our part, and it's got a fillet on there, which is just a nice little round. We need to come underneath, and we're going to create a circle. So hold your right mouse click until you can see the bottom view, and you want to select that. So then we can zoom in. We're going to put a hole right in the center here. So to do this, you're just going to click sketch. We're going to select this grey surface here because that's the plane that we're working on, and then we're going to actually draw a circle in the center here. There's 2 ways you can do that. So the first way, you can select center point circle. You can hover above the center of the line here. You can drag it out, and then over here as well, and it'll snap to that point. If you can't get that to work for yourself, there's another way. You can just use a construction line. So you select the line tool and then dotted, and if you draw diagonals, X marks the spot. So you can do it either way. and then we snap into that point, and it is a 6mm hole. Now we want to just get rid of our construction lines, so hit escape on your keyboard so you've got nothing selected, click the construction, delete these, and then last thing we're going to extrude. So click extrude. Now you want to make sure it is selected as remove. Now I've just rotated my screen. Now you can see it's going the wrong way, so I'm just going to click that arrow and it'll go back in, and we're going to change the depth to 15mm. So as you can see, once we hit a little tick, it's created a hole.